Well, I'm
Yeah.
colorblind. Welcome to 100 Yards of Football. It's our NCAA game preview. The Michigan State Spartans taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. So if you like the video today, please come in and share it. I'm your host, Vincent Turner, and joining me to break down this game between two teams in the Big Ten. He played 12 years in the league for the Atlanta Falcons. He's a guy that restored and brought prominence to the Florida State program. And don't y'all get it twisted. All you got to do is look at the 79 team and the 1980 team. And this guy held it down at the cornerback position. He's out of Delray Beach, Florida. He always tells me, when you talk about all the great football players in the United States, the best players play down there in South Florida. My man, Mr. Bobby Butler. How you doing this morning, sir?
Hey, man, I'm great, man. It's been a great fall, man. I'm excited about this weekend coming up, Vincent.
Yes, sir. And both of us live in the metro Atlanta area, so the next couple of days, I hope they don't burn the city down, brother.
Well, I tell you, well-deserved Atlanta Braves. Thank y'all for bringing that ship home. You know, it's very needed in the city of Atlanta.
Okay, let's talk about Michigan State and Purdue, my brother.
Mm-hmm. Well,
what you like about the game and who's going to win it? I know you like in Michigan State. Right now, you said they might be the best team in the country.
They could be. But listen, man, nobody ever expected Michigan State to be where they are today before the season started. Right now, man, they're in the playoff hunt. They're ranked number 3 in the college playoff polls. They're number 5 in the AP top 25. And so, you know, they're 8-0. And so the 8-0 Spartans, man, get ready to take that show on the road in West Lafayette, Indiana, where they face the 5-3 Purdue Boilermakers. And, you know, Purdue's looking pretty good. You know, they just came off a big upset a few weeks ago. They called Iowa up down there in Indiana and put it on them. But this is a whole different scenario here. This is a different football team. I like Michigan State's coach, Mel Tucker. You know, he's fully aware of the upset potential in this game. And I promise you, Vincent, he would not allow his team to look other way. They're taking this game as if it's a playoff game this weekend. It won't happen. Hey, listen, man, Michigan State is for real. I saw them play early in the year against Miami, and they just rolled them, man. They just rolled them. And I said, man, maybe these guys are for real. But what they have an old school ground attack. Now, there's a formula in football. It always works. You know, I got a formula for offense, and I got a formula for defense. And I promise you, no matter how long ago I played the game, that formula still works. And if you can perform these two tasks, you're gonna win games. Number one is a ground game. What a ground game does to a defense, Vincent, if you can effectively run the football between the tackles, you're going to beat that defense down on the ground where at the end of the game, they're not going to be able to stand tall no more. You're just going to wear them down. You're going to possess the clock, the time of possession. You're going to do that with a dominating ground attack. And Michigan State has got one like no other. Hey, man, God been looking down on them and has blessed them with the transfer out of Wake Forest, a young man. Woo! And I tell you, when Kenneth Walker III showed up in East Lansing, they didn't know what they were getting, but they know now. And this young man, Vincent, let me just let's talk about last week versus a Michigan defense that's pretty good. This young man rushed. He had 23 carries for 197 yards and 5 touchdowns. This was just last week. All right. Over the season, Vincent, this guy has 175 carries for 1,194. Let's just say 1,200 yards and 14 touchdowns. And he's a legit Heisman candidate. Hands down. I don't see one running back in the nation running the ball like this young man. He averaged against Michigan last week 9 yards a carry. Think about that. That's like giving the ball as a first down every time you get the ball. So if you can do that and you see a team that was down 16 last week. Now, most people in this era of football, oh, we got to throw the ball to catch up. We got to throw the ball to catch up. We got to throw the ball. Yeah, you got to throw the ball. But when you can run the ball, it's a lot easier with play action passes to throw the ball, not for 5 yards, but down the field. So if you got an effective running game, it's going to open up the passing game. Hey, look, man, I don't see no way Purdue going to be able to stop those guys. But I do give Purdue one thing, Vincent. They're 5-3. They're playing pretty good, right? But they're 3-2 in the conference, and they get ready to face Team Dynamite this weekend, right? With this running attack. But they've got one hope, in my opinion, and that hope is in the passing game between Aiden O'Connell and this young man named David Bell Jr. Now, let me tell you something about David Bell Jr. I'm going to say this straight up. The quarterbacks for Michigan State can't cover him. I'm going to find out, just say that. But here's the problem. You can't win just flinging the ball to Mr. David Bell every down. And so with that said, you know, I still got Michigan State. Hey, and here's a note to take from this game. You know, like before, we talked about Purdue versus Iowa. We know Purdue pretty much had Iowa's number. This coach has got their number. He can beat them. Purdue has not beat Michigan State since November 4th of 2006. It's not going to happen this time. So I'm predicting this game going to be a 34-17 victory by Sparty. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Kudos to Mel Tucker.
Yes.
He's doing this thing, and he's restored Michigan State football.
Yes,
and to be honest, I didn't see this coming, and I don't think college football saw this coming. And this is not a Michigan State team, you know, this kind of ascending, and you kind of anticipating that they're going to lose a game, and they're not really. They kind of a fraud being ranked in the top 10.
All right,
nah, this is a serious football team.
It's a real football team.
And then I look at Purdue. You brought up David Bell Jr., one of the best players in the country, maybe the best receiver in the country.
Could be.
I'm looking at this young man to be a star. 53 receptions, 786 yards, 14 yards of reception. Mm-hmm. But what I'm liking about Michigan State, I'm going to get back to them. Mel Tucker, you got 1966 coming back. Bubba Smith,
Jimmy Ray,
Webster,
Jimmy Ray,
Clint Jones, Gene Washington.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There's something going down in East Lansing.
Yes, it is, bro.
And you know what I'm finna do? BB, Mr. Butler. You gave him a little highlight. Mr. Kenneth Walker III. Oh, my Lord. Y'all know where he's from. He's from my hometown, the 901.
The 901.
And he could be the first Heisman Trophy winner out of the state of Tennessee and Memphis, Tennessee.
That's right.
It's dreams coming true.
That's right.
The Braves have won the World Series. Michigan State got the best running back and maybe the best player in the country. And guess where he's from? Arlington, Tennessee, which is outside Memphis.
Yes, sir.
I can't be more happier, man. Outstanding football player. The skill set is off the kids off. And he did that. His game last week was against a very good top 10 Michigan Wolverines defense.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it wasn't like he was running from people. He was running up inside and taking the contact.
Through people. Yes, sir.
And all I can say is this. I see Michigan State beating Purdue. And I'm going to tell you, if they come out of that division, I think they got Ohio State coming up in a couple of weeks. That's going to be a football game.
Yes.
So to Buckeye Nation, Don't take them lightly. This is a very serious football team. But Kenneth Walker III has made me very proud. I listen to all these pundits here on 100 Yards of Football and see people in my hometown. Y'all don't know what I go through. I hear from Georgia, we got the best players in the state, from Logan Landers. I hear from this man right here, Bobby Butler. We got the best players in Florida. I hear from people in Alabama. Best players in college football from Alabama, California. But man, I would never, ever thought this. Kenneth Walker III, right now, he made our NCAA Offensive Player of the Week.
Yes, he did.
This young man, if he keeps going what he's doing and playing well in big games, he can win the Heisman up there.
No doubt.
In New York.
No doubt.
Mel Tucker, he's the hottest coaching thing right now. Right. So Michigan State, before I end the video today, you better pull up some money because LSU is knocking at the door. LSU.
That's right. That's
Word
right.
on the street, they want Mel Tucker.
Right.
Unbelievable, man. Great time in college football.
Oh, man. There's nothing like it, man.
And all I can say is this. My final words, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Brother Butler. My final words, coming out of the great city right down the Mississippi River, there's been some great names. Isaac Hayes, David Porter, Harold Force, Senator Elvis Presley, Willie Harrington, Larry Finch, the man that's coaching the University of Memphis right now, Penny Hardaway. Yes. But I'm sorry, right now, all eyes on Kenneth Walker III, and I hope your family is proud. Yes. Final words, Brother Butler, about Michigan State and Purdue.
Hey man, I'm impressed. You know, I don't say this a lot, but Michigan State was my second choice to go to college. I almost went up there, but it was a little too cold for this Florida boy. I couldn't do it, right? And it worked out for me at Florida State. But I'm really rooting for this team. I love their style of play. They just play hard-nosed football, man. They're doing it between the tackles, Vincent. And, you know, that's that old school football. That's that Jim Brown football. You know, that's that Larry Zonka football. You know, that's that tough-nosed football. We're going to stick it up in there, and ain't nothing you can do about it. We're going to whoop y'all tail at the end of the day. And so I'm excited to see that happen. And then again, I think this young man, as of right now, Mr. Walker, as of right now, if the season stopped today, he's a Heisman Trophy winner, hands down. But, you know, we got a few more weeks left in the season. He's got to finish strong. He's got to continue to do what he's doing. And I tell you, Coach Mel Tucker will be the coach of the year if they finish the job up there at East Lansing. And so I'm excited for him. Like I say, I got them winning this game 34-17, and I'm being light with that now. I'm just saying that right now. It could be worse than that, but I got it 34-17.
To end the video today, if you like it, please come in and share it, and I'm going to leave you with this. The man right here is from South Florida, right? Kenneth Walker III is doing his thing at Michigan State. Going back to our day, see, me and Brother Butler about the same age. He's a year older than me, so I'm not going to put his age out there. But I'm going to bring one of his home guys up who's a bad entertainer. And he had a song that went like this. Doom, 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 doom. Party. Doom, 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 party. Texas in the Sunshine Band. Kenneth Walker III is partying up there in East Lansing, Michigan. And thank you today for 100 Yards Football to our producer, Mr. Jeremiah Long.
Yes.
Have a blessed week.
Peace.